Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meekin from Naio Nails. In this video I'm going to do a full set on the gorgeous Andrea. We're going to use tips for change because we've been doing a lot of sculpt, so we thought we'd use tips for you tip lovers. And we're going to use a few different techniques, so we'll break it up into a few different parts. So hope you enjoy. I'm going to take down the length because we're going to put a tip on. I don't want to put it on that length. I want to make sure it sits on the nail. So we're just going to shorten these a little bit. If we leave too much length on, it will interfere with how the tip is applied, so it could make the tip scoop up or scoop down. We don't want that. I have already removed the shine from Andrea's nails because we've done a soak off. I've already pushed the cuticles back. We do have separate videos on that if you want to see that in greater length. I'm now going to wipe over with gel residue wipe off solution because I want to make sure there's nothing on the nails. Now we did put oil on Andrea's nails, so I want to make sure that that's off before we put the tips on. It will interfere with the adhesion of the nail glue.
Took me ages to find the nail glue last night.
It's there.
I know, it's there. I know that now because I put it there. It was in between them, the two skulls.
So
like,
you
like squashed in between them and I couldn't see it.
So I've already sized the tips up. So we do like sort of 1 to 2 mil of glue. Pop that on, make sure you're nice and straight. Hold for a few seconds. We're on. So I'm going to do this on all of Andrea's nails. What I'm going to do with the tips now is we're going to make sure that they come straight out like that. And we're going to alter the shape by taking the end off and making them into a ballerina shape. We're going to scuff over the old nail and also blend that in. The main part that needs to be blended in is these two little wings at the side. So we're going to check the lengths now by checking that each finger is the same. So put your finger next to, so you see how this one's probably slightly longer. Yeah, perfect. And then we're going to go like that, because that is easier than going So you're measuring from the cuticle to the tip, and that one's a little bit long. And that's because some people have a different length nail bed on each finger, so you've got to, you know, take that into consideration. You might think you're cutting off the same amount from that tip on each nail, but then there might be one finger that's got a shorter nail bed, and that'll make a difference then if you cross over like that. And we can check them. Now you can either wipe over with acetone or gel residue wipe off solution. It depends how good you blended those tips. Now the tips are blended pretty well, so I'm just going over with the gel residue wipe off solution. If you go over it with acetone, it'll slightly melt the tip, so if you haven't quite blended them as well as you wanted to, then you'd use the acetone and that'd just melt that tip a little bit. Right, so we're going to use the nail prep dehydrator. So just on that natural nail, it'll dehydrate the nail, make it ready for the primer. And then we're going to use the Ultra Bond Acid Primer. Let that disperse over the nail. Be a little bit more sparing with this. You don't want to get it on the skin. It does have a little tingling sensation if it goes onto the skin. I'm going to use medium speed today. That's medium speed acrylic liquid. We're going to use Natural Beige. We've got a bit of clear. And we've got these colours. So we've got Crystal Glacier, Musical, Magic Wand, and Pure Black. So what I'm going to do with this one is pick up quite a big bead. I'm going to start out here and just blend that back a little bit. And we're going to create this like framework, so it has an edge going right around the very tip, and it'll be in the same shape as the tip, if that makes sense. It might make sense in a minute when I'm neaten everything up a bit for you.
Think about the memory you want me to see. Not even that hard, just picture it.
So you're going to neaten up with the brush, but then we're also going to file as well. So you just want to leave this little border for now. I'm going to lay in the apex and the cuticle area. I feel like I need a little bit more. Can do the same on this little finger. So I don't want to worry about the cuticle area at this point. It's about bringing the product down and having that bit of room for the frame, and then I can concentrate on that cuticle area. Oh, I went all quiet then. What did I sound quiet?
So quiet.
It's so still. I'm going to pinch that one. And I'm going to move over to the other hand. Same again. Pat that back down. Apex and cuticle area, so laying in that structure, and we can put that pinching tool on to the little finger. It's so tempting to just like fill the nail with acrylic, because like that's what I'm used to doing, but you need to leave that little border. Right, while those set a little bit, I'm going to show you how we're going to do this nice framed sort of edge effect with the help of the file. We're going to sharpen up those edges because it only works if there is a nice sharp edge. You kind of lose that look of it. You want to use a new file ideally, so it's, you know, it's nice and fresh and you're going to get that crisp edge. And as a file on top a little bit, it really just show me how sharp that is. Let's dust that off. You can see how sharp it is now. Give us that. And let's get that one pinching. And we can file the other one. If you have any product on the tip as well, you want to flip the file over and use it that way, so you can take it off the tip. So all you have is really just the tip coming up to this sharp edge. So I'm going to wipe over. We're going to dust with the brush and then we're going to wipe over with gel residue wipe off solution just to make it even cleaner so I can really see where I'm going with my products. And then what we need to do is take the brush and I'm going to wipe on top of that tip that's there, and it's also going to make the acrylic slightly sticky as well, so it's all going to stick together. I'm going to use the black. That bead was too big, I want a smaller bead. I'm going to go right up to this corner. I'm going very thin. Keeping everything nice and neat. It's just sort of adding a bit of a shadow, this black. Same on the tip. You can see there, as we've sort of rotated it, you can see how it's making it look really sharp. And I've chose the colours that I'm using today for this nail because we're going to do some cat eye effects on the other nails. And the colours that we've chose are these. So they're going to match nicely, but we'll go into depth when we do the cat eye effect. Then we've got some musical, this is called. See, it's got that gorgeous glitter. Very thin again. I want some little splashes of the pink. You don't want them really solid, you want to sort of just smudge the edges a little bit. Then I'm going to use some of the Crystal Glacier as well. Just want to add a little bit more of that purple. So you could do lots of different colours on this. You could do whatever colour you want. And then we are going to cap. So we go straight on that tip. And we're going to glide that up the sides to encapsulate. So we're going to do that on all the ones that have got that little framed edge. So I'm going to file all the nails now. I especially want to show you the ones with the little framed edge. That's pretty. Oh, it's on the edges. Right, so we're going to scoop round that cuticle area. making it nice and flush, and we'll do that on all of them. Get those side walls nice and straight and that free edge. And then you want to file to make the contours meet, so we haven't got no dip. So we see I've got like a little dip there. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to rotate the finger as I do it slightly. And when you're doing this edge, you want, if there's any clear on top of that natural beige, you want to sort of get rid of that, because you want it to be natural beige and then bam, the colour. That's going to give you that real crisp finish. So now I've filed and buffed, I'm going to wipe over with gel residue wipe off solution. Oh, do you know what it looks like? Galaxy.
Yeah, it does.
How cool is that, and how crisp does it look? So I'm going to paint the top coat onto those edge ones, the framed edge nails, so you can see how beautiful they really are. I'm going to be using the new top coat, which is called Gel Top Coat. This replaces Mega Gloss. The brush is beautiful in this, so it's got a slight curve to it, so it applies really nice. And you can really see how sharp everything is now. And the trick to this framed edge look is to get everything so sharp and nice and skinny. You know, these skinny little sides. And it works so nice on this ballerina shaped nail. Pop me them in the lamp. Nice, isn't it? That?
Gorgeous.
That really does look like a burst galaxy. That's not a real thing, is it? A burst galaxy. Like when they go.
Yeah.
Swirl.
Yeah. Using the Aqua Gel, which is my favourite way to adhere stones. Pop some there. Pop me that in the lamp. Right. So, that's all. Why have I done the thumb and not that other one? Oh, I've changed that design around. Don't know why I did the thumb.
Well, I thought that, but I just thought you changed your
I'll
mind.
just swip it round a bit.
Swip it.
Swip it. Not
Swip
swap it. We're going to swip
Swip
it.
it.
Swipping it round. Let's do this one.